My name is Lindsay, and I'm a researcher at the Centre for Clinical Microbiology at UCL. Francine Toomey spoke at the EDCTP virtual session at the Science Summit in the 79th United Nations General Assembly last week. And central to her talk was the work that we did on antimicrobial resistance in the Pandora IDNet consortium. In her presentation, she highlighted the research that I led on the risks of acquiring a multi-drug resistant infection in people who were hospitalized with COVID-19. Here's a quick review of the project, what we did and what we found. During the COVID-19 pandemic in UK hospitals, we were seeing patients who were hospitalized with COVID-19 seeming to get more multi-drug resistant bacterial infections than those who were hospitalized for other reasons. Because I was working on this in the UK, but was also still part of the Pandora IDNet consortium and in touch with my colleagues across Africa, we decided to see whether the same thing was happening in Zambia and Sudan. We applied to the British Society for Antimicrobial Chemotherapy, who awarded us the money to find out whether hospitalized COVID-19 patients in Zambia and Sudan were also more likely to get multi-drug resistant infections compared with non-COVID-19 patients. To find the answer, we took cultures of the bacterial infections from COVID-19 and non-COVID-19 patients and grew them on agar plates. We placed antibiotics on those plates to see whether they would grow in their presence or not. We also extracted the DNA from the bacteria and sequenced it, so we knew which genes each infection isolate had. These genes are responsible for the bacteria's ability to resist antibiotics. Because it was the middle of the pandemic, I wasn't allowed to leave the UK, but I needed to train colleagues in Zambia and Sudan on sequencing, so we recorded training sessions and uploaded them to the Pandora IDNet YouTube channel. So what did we find out? We discovered that while species causing secondary bacterial infections didn't change, their level of resistance to antibiotics did. In both countries, being hospitalized with COVID-19 more than doubled your chances of being infected with a multi-drug resistant bacteria whilst in hospital. Multi-drug resistance means that bacteria causing the infection are resistant to at least one antibiotic in 3 or more antibiotic classes, making it much more difficult to treat the infection. Because of what we found, the hospitals involved in our study in both Zambia and Sudan changed their COVID-19 infection prevention and control policies in an effort to reduce the number of multi-drug resistant infections in COVID-19 patients. Another really positive but slightly unexpected outcome from this project was the number of people viewing our sequencing tutorial videos. To read the paper and find out more about our sequencing tutorials, visit the Pandora IDNet Global Health Network hub pages.